No matter how much a narcissist tries to appear capable and powerful, they are actually quite inept. They lack the resilience needed to succeed in life and lack basic life skills, despite thinking they know everything. They believe they are good at everything, but in reality, they are not skilled at anything. They've created a false image for themselves and convinced themselves that nobody is better than them. They think they deserve admiration, should be placed on a pedestal, and deserve all the praise because they believe they are superior to everyone else. However, both you and I understand that this statement is false. That's why, in today's discussion, we'll explore 5 fundamental qualities of life that a narcissist lacks. Let's immediately delve into the first quality they can never possess, and that is gratitude. A narcissist is incapable of being thankful. They are consistently burdened by a profound sense of discontent or dissatisfaction with life. Always in pursuit of new things, they remain addicted to distractions, attempting to fill a deep void within. The crucial disparity lies in the awareness between the emptiness caused by the trauma they inflict and your own emptiness. You recognize that it emanates from within, requiring efforts to fill it with self-love, self-awareness, compassion, and other positive attributes. The issue with narcissists is that they look for external solutions to internal problems. They ignore all the signs from their surroundings indicating that the root of the problem lies within themselves. Instead of introspecting and working on their own behavior patterns, they persist in the belief that everyone else is the problem, casting themselves as victims. This constant self-victimization perpetuates a feeling of dissatisfaction and dysphoria. Regardless of how much they possess or how much love they receive, it never seems to be sufficient. The narcissist becomes their own worst enemy, unaware of what truly hinders their sense of fulfillment. They remain in a perpetual pursuit, ultimately leading to their downfall. The second quality is a lack of adaptability. People need to be flexible to some extent and accept others to coexist with their peers, families, and partners. No one is perfect, but narcissists seek perfection in every person they meet. This constant need to devalue others prevents them from forming genuine connections because nobody meets their ideal standards. While they may initially idealize people, as soon as they see any human imperfections, they view them as worthless. Narcissists are rigid and perfectionist, expecting crazy and unachievable things from others. This lack of appreciation and adaptability makes them extremely fragile. Despite their belief in omnipotence, they are actually weaker than imagined. A slight change in circumstances can make a narcissist rage and fall apart, revealing their vulnerability. The third thing they lack is being authentic. They lack authenticity as their fundamental nature prevents them from being genuine. A narcissist inherently possesses a false self, a fabricated identity built on deception. This false self is a product of lies, causing a misalignment between their perceived reality and actual self. Consequently, living authentically becomes impossible for them. Narcissists adapt their behavior depending on the person they're interacting with and their goals in that particular situation. They act like shapeshifters, chameleons, or shadows, devoid of genuine emotions. Unlike regular individuals, narcissists lack souls, leading to a significant difference. Their likes and dislikes are not authentic. Instead, they mimic others' preferences strategically. By disliking or liking certain things, they aim to gain attention, appreciation, and validation, turning it into a toxic mind game. This constant pursuit of validation becomes a trap for narcissists, shaping an inauthentic way of life. They lack a distinct character or a set of values and are solely driven by the urge to manipulate and exploit others. Living in this manner prevents them from being genuine or authentic. The fourth missing aspect in the quality of life is independence. A narcissist is actually more dependent on others than a person with codependency issues. I refer to them as mutated codependents. If you were to abandon a narcissist in the middle of a desert, they wouldn't survive for long, maybe not even an hour. This is because, as mentioned earlier, they constantly need validation and attention. Despite their claims of independence and self-sufficiency, the truth is they rely on others more than they'd like to admit. They feed off your emotions and memories of them to feel any sense of importance, as deep down, they feel insignificant. Narcissists are essentially living a lie that requires constant affirmation to exist. When the truth about who you are and the realization that you don't need them finally dawns, their false self crumbles away. This fragility exposes their weakness, but paradoxically, it's this vulnerability that manifests as strong, forceful, and life-altering toxicity. It's crucial to grasp that in a narcissist's life, their sources of validation are the very foundation of their personality. They're like a structure built in thin air, with no solid base. Remove yourself from the equation, and the entire facade is destined to collapse. That's the inherent flaw in their existence. The fifth aspect of life quality that they lack is the ability to listen. Many people struggle with being good listeners, especially those who aren't narcissists, but simply enjoy talking. However, when it comes to narcissists, even when they appear to be listening, they're not truly engaged. Instead, they are constantly extracting information to understand your vulnerabilities and figure out how to manipulate and abuse you. Their romantic relationships rarely last because they are not genuinely present for their partners. They are only interested in admiration and self-gratification. Narcissists lack empathy and a genuine concern for others. Their so-called heart is just a piece of flesh, and they are incapable of true emotional connection. They are only concerned with themselves, and if your suffering doesn't impact them, they won't care. In fact, they may even derive satisfaction from causing you pain, as it makes them feel superior. In summary, narcissists are not truly human. They are more like entities. They see others as tools to serve their ego, seeking validation and admiration to sustain their false self. If you find yourself entangled with a narcissist, it's crucial to remove yourself from that toxic dynamic to truly see the reality of the situation. With that said, I'd like to hear your thoughts and opinions. Put them in the comments, share this episode with others, and I chat with you in the next one. Until then, as always, let the healing start and keep going.